So it really just depends on who's reading it. Another thing you could do, create little pretty hyperlinks in blue to kind of help pop the content a little bit. Integrate the photo within. Let's see if we've got any. Like photo. Okay, great. 2 great examples right here. See how this photo is down on the bottom? See how this one's integrated with the text? This one is more effective because it wraps the text right around that image, versus this one, just a small little setting. See those differences? Yeah. See, this is a great post. Mary Fallon, all right. So, these are great. Love this. Love the photos. So again, actually, this is a really diverse blog. This really reaches out to a lot of different topics. Really great. How do I use one? What do we talk about? Well, we've kind of talked a lot about that today, about just the different strategies and how you can be integrating that. How long do they need to be? They can be as short as 1 paragraph. They can be as long as a couple of pages. Again, it just really depends upon what your content is, how big the event was, or whatever you need to talk about, how important was it. I always like to do, with your social media, those are always great teasers to read more information. Always a great way to link people to take them to certain information. What do you blog about? Your newsletters. Everyone's doing those type of things, making sure that they get up on your blog. Everything that you're producing and sending out, make sure that you're putting those things up online. Great thing about it, too, you get analytics. How often did people look at it? Making sure that you're looking at your analytics.
How is that different than an actual web page then? Yeah. I know people are following you, but I'm going to put up that same news story on index page as a link off my index page with the pictures, and I'm going to Facebook it, and I'm going to Twitter it. So,
great.
Is there like a niche
The question is, what's kind of the difference between a blog post and a website page? The difference, really, the blog is, okay, so this is going to go in reverse chronological order. Newest posts at top. This is usually, blog posts are usually timely in some sort of fashion. Your website pages should be static content. So across like your website navigation bar, you'll have home, services, products, contact us. Generally, those pages are static information. A blog is generally related to some sort of relevant event, or it's timely. Current affairs. Perfect. So your links on your homepage actually update when you add a new page.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I mean, I have the whole bottom section is new stuff.
It sounds like, and I can look at it after, it sounds like that is set up as a blog section.
I mean, it's not really, it's kind of like a blog, only in that the story changes like every other day, or it might be the last 3 stories up there, but it doesn't list like archives by month.
Okay.
I don't have that nice little, blog roll.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can invent that and call it a
A
bloglet.
bloglet?
So what about like tone, Korey? Because like
Perfect.
like a personal blog or something, there would be a big difference in tone. Because blogs were kind of originally meant to be conversational, where people were talking about their ideas and things like that. But when you're a state agency, you're not really sharing opinions. So then we need to, we're finding a role for the blog.
Okay, so the question is, what is the tone for a blog? Generally, it is more conversational. You do draw a fine line, again, like a .gov site. It's a pretty factual, it's almost like a press release. Would that be accurate? I know you shook your head earlier. You generally like to have your blog be more conversational. It's easy to share. We like to, right here, leave a comment. You want it to be able to be engaging. Now, it's a little bit more technical stuff. A page is static information that you cannot comment on. A post is something that you can comment and leave a note on. It's more viral, and you want to be able to do that on your pages. Oh, what is this? You can put the icons, yeah, but you can't comment on a. Yeah. Well, you don't know that. You got to make it more interesting. All right, are there any other questions? I do want to move through a few last topics before we go.
One question about blogs. If you were setting up a new blog for whatever, for an issue, do you have a preference, like a Tumblr or or any particular?
Great question. Is it for the agency or personal?
Yes.
All right. The question is, there are like tons of different blog sites out there. Tumblr, Google has one. WordPress is very common. I love WordPress. For your agency, you would build it right within that same website. You do not want people to have to click to go to a new website to read your blog. You want it to be built right in your agency's website. Personal blog, I use WordPress. So if you go to my domain, KoreyMcMahon.com, that's actually built on WordPress. It is the most common, I would say, it is the most common platform. Actually, I know some of the agencies here, their website is built on WordPress. It's a very common tool to be utilizing. That's a great question. YouTube. Number 2 most utilized search engine behind Google. Most people Google things, then they go to YouTube. It's really bizarre how much YouTube has changed. YouTube is owned by Google, and so they talk very nice together. Who here has ever uploaded a video to YouTube? Okay, only a handful. This is a strategy that I think is most overlooked. You do not need some fancy AV equipment to produce a YouTube video. In fact, you can stand in front of your smart board that we were talking about earlier, and you can just do, there, she's got one right there. I can do it on my iPhone. You can do on a whiteboard a quick 30-second how-to video, a quick video, 1 minute of just whatever topic you want. You can then post that on YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook. It's another way to be engaging, relevant, and providing education to your audience. I know education is really important for this group. Again, it doesn't need to be some fancy thing. Actually, most videos that go really viral are generally shot with someone's phone that they saw. A lot of the really funny things happen just from producing some little, quirky little video. Let's just look here at this channel. Let's see. They did a really good job. What did I write here? Opportunity. Okay. There's an opportunity to do a little bit more customization. There's a lot of changes that YouTube, again, they're always updating things. Thank you, Google, for job security. And you can be, they've got great amount of views on some of these things that they're subscribing to, they're posting. They've got really good interaction. Let's see here. Oklahoma Forestry. Look at this, green, it's very branded well. They've got a couple of subscribers. Certainly some more interaction can happen. Don't overlook YouTube. It's very, very powerful. I had a campaign at Mountain Dew. Within 1 month, it had over 2 million views. If you have something that's compelling and interesting, look out, because you have no control over how many people can see it, view it, and how it can change. It can really change a business or an entity if you've got something really good and compelling. The drought, the fires, the flooding, the tornadoes. Oklahoma's been such a trip over the last couple of years living here. So there's certainly things that Oklahoma can talk about. Okie noodling. Gosh, Found that on YouTube a few years ago, and I go to the festival every year. I love it. All right. Any comments? Any comments on YouTube? Questions, comments, concerns? Go ahead.
Are you noodling now or what?
No, I watch. That's crazy. Those guys are the most brave people out there. I don't know. Yeah, stupid.
How do you, I mean, you go to YouTube and you type in soil sampling, which you can get 1,000 different soil sampling videos. How do you make your video stand out?
VSEO, Video Search Engine Optimization. You can actually go in there now, and it's very important. So I can just show you one. I think I uploaded one like yesterday. Info and settings. You can actually title. The title of what you put is really important. The description, very important. Tags, critical. You have to put in certain tags. See, like I have not keyworded this, but you can put in Oklahoma, like your agency name, all these different tags. When you search YouTube then, it indexes it and says, okay, this is what people are looking for. So having that important information also, I mean, literally go in here and date stamp everything. Put in the location. All these things are really important. Making sure it's available to the public. Making sure you allow people to comment. Making sure people are allowed to vote. Did they like it? Did they not? All these different things. Allow people to embed it. These are privacy settings that are very important to understand if you want people to share it or not. A lot has changed, but video SEO, VSEO, look it up, and you'll find some things. Great question.
On the location, because when I post videos from my phone, it'll ask me about the location. That's important because it'll carry people from Oklahoma and the surrounding states to that quickly.
Yep. The search engines technology is crazy. They know where you live, work, play. Actually, I really like it. You know, Siri here. They know where I am at all times. So no longer, you know, a few years ago, if I were to search in, when I search on the search engines now, they actually know where I'm sitting, and they're thinking, hey, these keywords are actually relevant to a location. 40% of searches are actually location-based, specific questions. So they have really come a far way about really knowing, hey, you typed this, and you usually find it. They're really good at that. Don't overlook YouTube. Okay. I have 3 minutes, and I'm only going to say a couple of last words. LinkedIn, get your agency on LinkedIn. It is a very, very powerful way to be in another place. You can add your company on LinkedIn with just a few clicks. Send me an email if you want directions to do that. It is very easy. Is there anyone here on LinkedIn as a person? Okay, fantastic. Also highly recommend getting on there as a person too. It's a very powerful way to meet other professionals and to build relationships. Find a lot of business on LinkedIn. Google Plus is another social media platform that we're not going to talk about. Know that Google has their own, quote-unquote, Facebook or Twitter. They have their own platform. It is very popular. I know they had like 10 million users in the first week. It was crazy. Anyone in here use Pinterest? I see a few smiles. Pinterest is a great way to increase your branding and reaching out to people. It is the hottest topic right now. It's one of the hottest social media platforms. I'm not going to go into that today, but know that there are some other really exciting mediums that you could be looking into. Pinterest has been really fun. I'm redoing our backyard, and I'm doing landscaping. And I can actually find like really cool landscaping ideas. Social media monitoring. Who here uses Google Alerts? Okay, every hand should go up. Google Alerts is the most free way, cheap and easy way to monitor anytime that your agency is published online. Anytime, it sends you an email. You should also have Google Alerts for your own name. And anything that you think is important in your life, set up Google Alerts. It's free, and anytime something is mentioned online, it sends you an email that says, hey, your name's just been published online. You may want to check it out. Or your agency's been published online, making sure that you're monitoring that. There are other different social monitoring tools. We talked about Hootsuite today. Social Mention's a great one. It just monitors on all the social media platforms certain keywords for your agency if people are worried about what's being said. ViraHeat does sentiment. Are they saying positive things, neutral things, or negative things? Measures what the sentiment is. Also, for certain companies, critical. Clout Score, we mentioned that. How influential are you online? Okay, social media policy. I know a lot of agencies are working through theirs. They're revising them, updating them. I highly recommend allowing people within your organization to get involved. This is how it's going to be more successful. You're going to have more creativity, just encompassing all those different things, allowing people to participate. Trust me, they want to participate. And we can talk about, that's a whole, you do 2 hours on social media policy. All right. I'm going to wrap up because I was a Toastmaster, and I know if I go 1 second over, everyone's attention goes away. So I will go ahead and stay for extra questions. I appreciate everyone so much, and Stacy for having me here. I hope everyone learned at least one thing. That was my goal. If you didn't learn something, see me after.